And start the fucking
Kyle.
start the fucking show.
Okay, start it up then.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to OK Bud, the podcast where everything's going to be okay, bud. I am Ben Kissel at Ben Kissel1, joined by Jerry Akato.
Hello.
At Miss_Jerry, Jerii, and Kyle Plouffe.
Hey.
At Kyle Plouffe. I want to thank both Jerry and Kyle for being so supportive of me. No alcohol for 2 weeks.
Yes.
So thank you guys.
It's been awesome.
Still going out, still having fun. Yes, head full of edibles, but you know what?
Yeah.
That's healthier for my organs than a body full of booze.
Yeah.
You look great.
Oh, thank you. I think
great
I've
job.
gained a couple of pounds.
That's not true.
No, okay. Well, hopefully I can lose a couple of pounds and stay with you all for much, much longer because we love being together.
Yes.
Okay, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/diebud. Also, shoot us some emails, okbudpod@gmail.com. Let's go with pie recipes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I want some good pie recipes and pizza recipes.
Pizza recipes.
The pizza, I've been having a lot of frozen pizza. I'm sick of it. I want a fresh take on a pizza.
Fresh take on a pizza.
Yeah.
Okay. And as for the pies, I think that's a really good, that's an interesting take because I am not a huge fan of pies. I feel like
What about the savory pie?
okay.
That's more
Shepherd's
Europe.
pie.
The shepherd's
the
pie.
shepherd's
Yeah,
pie
I'll give you a
is-
shepherd's pie.
Hey.
Yeah, I'll give you a fucking shepherd's pie.
Chocolate pies. That's what I want. I want a chocolate pie.
I'll give you a chocolate pie, too.
Come on. Just let me have that.
All right, well, let's start today with an update. Karen Reed, she's
Ooh.
back,
Yes.
continues to be in the news.
Tell me.
As that trial continues to happen. So we have an update on some text messages that were exchanged.
Yes.
Kyle, what's going on?
It's a big nothing burger.
It's a nothing burger.
It's a whole
Really?
nothing burger.
I don't want that.
No, it's still funny how these like 45-year-old people were texting. It was like a very high school text fight.
Right.
Well, of course.
They're Boston
all-
cops, yeah.
Yeah. They're all like still living their like high school peak years.
Yeah. But she apologized. She's like, I feel pretty shitty about how this morning went down. This is the day that he ended up dead.
Okay.
She said, I know you said sorry, but it really stung.
And
Especially,
so she's texting her now dead ex-boyfriend.
yes.
Okay.
But he was alive then.
Well, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
He said, she said, especially when I've been trying pretty hard lately, I feel like a loser turning around, just coming back over after everything you said.
Okay.
So they got into like some stupid argument the morning before he was killed. And so they were like, we're going to show this little text fight and prove that she actually killed him because of it.
So this is like a Boston couple fight. So she was like, maybe Larry Bird isn't in the top 5. And he's like, what'd you fucking say? Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. And then they got into a fight over that. Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they made her look even better, in my opinion, because they were arguing a lot about her buying expensive gifts for his kids that he adopted, his niece and nephew that became,
Yeah.
his kids when their parents passed
God,
away.
how are those kids doing? What a terrible,
I know, it sucks.
terrible life they've had.
Yeah. I didn't even know that they had adopted kids. Those kids are.
Yeah, he has 2 kids that are actually his niece and nephew, but then their parents died, and
Everyone
so
keeps
he
on-
adopted them.
Oh, those poor kids. Everyone's dying.
Everyone's
Yeah.
dying on him.
And his brother's such a scumbag because he could have taken care of the kids, but he's been texting like people who are setting him up online. And he's like, I hate having kids too. You want to go on a date? And like, he was just talking about how much he hates kids. But then he stole the GoFundMe money for John and took the money that was supposed to be for the kids. It's total complete fuckery.
For real?
Yeah.
That is petty.
So out of all the text messages,
is.
his brothers are the worst.
Oh my God. Fuck that guy.
So those texts were between 2:30 p.m. and 8:35 p.m.
Yeah.
on January 28th, 2022. Again, they were introduced by the prosecution, but in my opinion, they almost seem healthy, where she's like, I'm sorry, I've been kind of a grump.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like, that's sort of how relationships work.
Exactly. That's why I think the prosecution thought, I don't know what they were thinking. They were like, this is going to bring it all down. And it just made her look even better, to be honest.
Yeah.
Wow. And I don't want to victim blame the dead here, but I think this guy, this O'Keefe character, is the only one ever not to look good in uniform. Look at him.
What are you talking about?
Look at that.
He's a cutie. Look at him.
He's a cutie.
He's got a big baby face.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he seems like a good guy.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, that's a strong word.
He is a
seems
good
like
guy.
Good Boston guy. Actually, he seems like a good guy. Why am I taking that back? No, I'm taking my stand on that. He seems like a really. He adopted his niece and nephew.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the what? This is the single dad guy here.
Yeah.
Well, you know who else adopted their niece and nephew? The couple from Children Under the Stairs. Or People Under the Stairs, the Wes Craven movie.
Yeah.
Then they kept him hostage.
Right.
Would feed him very, very little and take all the money from the government.
He didn't do that though.
Was he taking money from the government?
No.
We don't know. We just simply don't know. Anyway,
We're getting off topic.
we will continue to follow that trial. Do you think, Kyle, in your expert opinion, is it looking better for Karen Reed this time around than it did last time around? Because you and Jerry say, well, she's kind of a B word.
Yes.
And because of that, people want to find her guilty. But you can be
she's not.
mean and not a murderer.
Exactly. I think if the jury's paying attention, this will not be a mistrial this time. She's going to be acquitted on all counts, for sure.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. That's the only thing you ever want to quit.
Yep.
Prison time.
Yep.
Acquitted.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to a story just for our beautiful friend Jerry Aquino.
God, you mean the alphabet community?
And plus, which is about the number, which is a number. What is an alpha? What is a plus? What would that be called? Well, like a
What do you
plus
mean?
minus multiplication symbol. What are those called?
PEMDAS?
A what?
PEMDAS?
A PEMDAS?
No,
PEMDAS is how you figure out everything in
he's
that
talking
order.
about the calculation of PEMDAS.
Yes.
But
PEMDAS?
No, he's talking. Isn't it
fuck
just
are you talking
like a regular symbol?
Yeah. What would you identify the plus as? Because it's not a
symbol?
letter. It's a symbol.
A symbol.
Yeah, it's pretty much a symbol. I feel like I keep saying that.
Okay. Well, I'm listening.
and-
Batman's also a symbol.
PEMDAS,
Of hope.
not a symbol.
It's Friday. Let's have some fun. Drag race. RuPaul's Drag Race. There was a shocking surgery after a serious infection.
I know.
This is crazy.
This is insane.
The person, their real name is Bianca Castro.
Yes.
But they go by the stage name, and I love this stage name so much. Jiggly Caliente.
Jiggly Caliente is the shit, dude.
Well, they suffered a serious health setback, and now they are going to lose most of their right leg.
Dude, so sad. Well, it sounds like she already did.
Oh my
Sounds like she's
gosh.
like due to a serious infection. Someone wrote a statement on her Instagram recently.
Yes, they say the family of Bianca Castro, known to many as the beloved drag performer Jiggly Caliente, is heartbroken to share that over the last month, Bianca has experienced serious health setbacks due to a severe infection. She was in the hospital, and then she had to lose most of her right leg.
Insane.
So sad. Because of the circumstances, Bianca will not be appearing on the upcoming season of RuPaul's Drag Race Philippines.
Yeah, because she did the original American RuPaul's Drag Race like years ago. This was season 10.
Okay.
They're like on season 18 now. They are like moving right along.
There's
But-
RuPaul Drag Race Philippines?
Yeah, so after like the main, like the first 10 seasons started happening, they started just becoming like this whole world conglomerate thing. There's Mexico Drag Race,
Wow.
there's Poland Drag Race, there is Philippine Drag Race, and then they would get all of the original cast members of Drag Race America, and they would go back to like where they're from respectively, and they
Yeah.
would host those shows.
No kidding.
Yeah. There's
Wow.
Canada Drag Race, which we
don't want a Canada Drag Race.
there is a Canada Drag
Oh, I'm
Race.
sorry. I just can't.
They did.
Really?
Yeah.
RuPaul's Drag Race Russia. They're all just
Yeah.
killed immediately. Well, let's go to North Korea, shall we?
The firing squad.
The 43-year-old star, she shot to fame in the early 2010, and I guess she can't. Well, is she going to be able to perform? I mean,
No.
she can fold it in. Fold it in.
I mean, she can. I feel like you can definitely, a lot of people with amputations and stuff
Yeah.
go really far in life, but they
Yeah.
said she's going to have like an extensive recovery process for right now. She has to put all of that on hold.
Oh,
Then you chop off the second leg and you actually drag her around.
Why?
Then it's a real drag.
Like a hate
No.
crowd. It's kind of like
Yeah.
like a
Like,
Boston
sounds-
hate crowd.
like
That's what you want to
like
do.
a fun thing.
Kind of.
Like, hey, I'm doing drag over here.
Sounds like kind of.
Oh,
a
you
dick thing.
drag her around.
Sounds kind
I
of like a
see.
dick thing to me, Kyle.
So kind of a Halloween costume. Like, what are you guys? We're drag.
Yeah.
And then you're just dragging around a person without any legs.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's a nice idea.
Wow.
Yep. Well, Jiggly, this is what the family says. While Jiggly concentrates on healing, we invite her friends, fans, and community to uplift her with messages of hope and love on her social media channels. So
Yeah.
go to Jiggly Caliente's, wherever you find your Caliente Jiggly news.
Oh my God! And also, I have to make a correction. She was from season 4, not season 10.
Oh my
She's
God.
one of like the originals
Yeah.
of when RuPaul's Drag Race was really like,
Yes.
like a really new thing.
Well, and this is when things get popular. I am still a little bit like, oh, I like to be here.
Yeah.
And it was groundbreaking back then.
Yeah.
Because drag queens weren't so well known and they weren't everywhere. They weren't permeating the culture the way they do now. So it was really something special.
It was really, really something different that they were doing.
And now it's quite common. So it's lost. It's like Survivor. What season are they on for Survivor? 99?
Like 48?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and
It's like
worse.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I still remember when Richard Hatch, who was openly gay on television for the first time, ran around the beach with his little fucking cock and balls hanging out.
Yep,
And then
yep.
he won the $1 million and then he didn't file any taxes and then he went to prison.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that funny? He like won on it was like the most successful show in American history and he won $1 million. He's like, do you think the government's gonna know? Yeah. And then they were like, hey, where's all that money that you won on national television?
Yeah.
Does the IRS watch ABC?
We're more of a Fox people, actually. So Jiggly Caliente, best of luck, get healthy. And now with the bionic, the one positive thing about robotics, yes, they're going to destroy us and they're going to be deputized and they're going to kill all of us.
Yeah.
But the one positive thing is they can also make a nice fake leg these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I guess so. To my Queens, New Yorker.
Oh, is she from Queens, too?
Yeah, she's from Queens too.
Oh, good for her.
Best wishes, best wishes.
My name is Grant Herms. I'm the host of Make It Make Sense. I've been a journalist for over a decade on the ground covering the biggest nationwide political stories and scandals. And twice a week, I break down the biggest political headlines you actually need to know with the help of expert interviews and a segment called Too Long Tuned Out because, let's face it, sometimes you just need the bullet points. Episodes of Make It Make Sense with Grant Herms drop every Wednesday and Friday wherever you get your podcasts.
All right. Well, let's get to a story. The Highland Park Massacre. Do you guys remember this
What?
shooting?
No.
Okay, this guy is such a douchebag. July 4th, there was a mass shooting. It left 7 people dead. The guy's name is Robert Cremo III,
Whoa.
from a long line of Cremos.
I see that.
I hate people who I'm just like, yeah, it's Frankie the Second. It's like, does it matter?
A junior.
Frankie was my father.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got that.
Yeah, it's a Pole. It's a lot of Polish do it. for
I
some
feel like back then it was definitely more common for, whoa, is that the guy?
That's the guy. He looks like a Hitler youth. He is fucking horrifying.
He looks like a cartoon.
Yes.
He looks like an evil villain about to attack the minions.
He really does. He looks like he's got a red button on his desk, and he's going to push it and blow up the world.
He grew up in like a Victorian household with a bunch of other orphans.
Yes, he did. That's not at all inaccurate. In 2022, he opened fire at a July 4th festival in Chicago. He has now been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The dude is currently 24, so I guess when he committed these crimes, he was around 20 or 21.
Wow.
He refused. This is such a bitch fucking move, and I didn't know you could even do this. He refused to attend the sentencing hearing.
Oh, wow.
Really?
So then he didn't have to face the victims' parents or their families or their relatives. I thought you had to fucking go get yelled at.
Yeah, you have to. That's literally
Right?
that's literally the point of it.
But he's like, no, I'm not going to go. And
I'm
they're like,
staying in my
"Okay."
room.
And then they're like, well, we're still doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it anyway, so get your ass out here. But I didn't know you couldn't just not go to get... You're supposed to look at the mother and the father and the brother and the sister of the people you killed, and they're going to cry. And
Yeah,
they're going to be like,
yeah.
you're an asshole, you dickless fuck.
Yeah,
I hope you die
yeah.
in prison. And that's like
Yeah,
half
yeah.
of the sentence.
Yeah.
A lot of people get off on that.
The victim?
The criminals.
The criminals?
Yeah.
They get off on hearing the apologies?
No, they get off on hearing the victim impact statements. They're like, yeah, I fucking did this to all of you.
Oh, that's another level. Well, then they don't get to go.
Yeah, those shouldn't go.
Yes. So
He should go.
He needs to be forced to go. He refused to attend his sentencing hearing and face his victims.
That's got to pile on some more time, too.
He's got 7 consecutive life sentences.
Give him an 8th.
Why not? Just throw him an 8th. At the sentencing, one of the victims says that Cremo is beyond rehabilitation, irrevocably depraved, a complete disregard for human life. This guy is such a douchebag. So he ended up firing into a Highland Park crowd. He injured people ranging from the age of 8 to 80 years old.
Jeez.
And he killed a 64-year-old, a 63-year-old, 88, 78, 69, 37, and 35-year-old. And it was just absolutely awful. He fired more than 80 shots, and then he fled the scene. And this is sort of a crossover with RuPaul's Drag Race. How did he flee the scene? He disguised himself as a woman.
A one-legged woman?
No, not one.
on.
He had 2 legs. 2 legs. And then that kicked off.
He cross-dressed is what he means.
Yeah.
Tootsie. He was like Dustin Hoffman. Tootsie. Remember that in that deleted scene where he shoots everybody?
Yeah, or Tu Wong Fu.
Oh, thanks for everything.
Oh, yes.
Julie Newmar.
Yep.
So he fled the scene disguised as a woman, kicking off a manhunt. It culminated in his capture late at night. God, I hate this guy. So after his arrest, Cremo prank called a Post reporter.
Oh.
So
What?
he prank called. Okay. So from the Lake County Adult Corrections Facility at 8 p.m. on New Year's Eve 2022, he prank called a reporter. And you know what he said?
Is your refrigerator running?
Wow.
That's correct.
Wait, is that true?
Yes.
Shut up.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. He
No,
says,
for real?
Yes. He says, is your refrigerator running?
Holy
No
shit.
fucking way.
And then he starts, joking, and then he starts laughing, and then he says, "You better go catch it," and then he hangs up the phone.
Oh,
This
my
guy is
God.
such a turd.
moron.
He is going to have a hell of a time in prison.
What, he really fucking said that?
Yes, that's the joke he said to the reporter. I'm not making it up.
I know. I was just kidding. That's
He
so
was-
funny.
he was
What a
kidding.
hack this guy is.
Yeah.
God.
A mass shooting at a July 4th
Just
festival.
call him a hack because he stole the joke that you said right now first.
I'm saying I'm a hack too.
Double hack. Not a murderer, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Kyle's never killed once.
I'll take a hack over a murder.
Why not? So, to make this guy even more of a douchebag, his father, Robert Cremo Jr., was once a candidate for mayor and a former owner of a now closed deli. Wow. Isn't that exciting? My dad's going to be mayor.
I hate that so much.
Yep.
He's so clearly not even a little bit remorseful, having
No.
a good old time. Didn't even go to the sentencing hearings. Look at him. Look at it down his nose. I mean,
so
like
smug.
all the way down his nose. It's just so much. Yeah, get out of here.
You can already see the Barron Trump 2028
Yeah.
shirts, although Barron will be too young anyway. That's a whole nother story.
Oh my God.
So cops paid a visit to the Cremo household at least twice in the years leading up to the massacre. So they were on the radar, including one incident in 2019 where police seized a number of knives from the now convicted killer. He reportedly threatened, quote, to kill everyone in his house.
Oh.
So maybe he should not have had a firearm. So
Yeah.
the authorities, they talked to the 18-year-old in front of his mother, and then his mother admitted that he had been depressed and he had a history of drug use. Cremo is now linked to an odd assortment of tattoos, including the word awake over his left eye.
Oh, gosh.
So douchey. An apparent nod to his alter ego and wannabe rapper.
Oh, no.
He's a wannabe rapper as well.
Oh boy.
Now it's really gone too far.
Oh boy.
Yep. He has a stemmed rose around his neck and throat and the number 47 next to his right eye, which I don't know what that
Yeah,
means.
what is that?
AK-47.
Is that it? Can you search what does 47 have a meaning?
And what's under his eye?
I have no. Well, he's got the word awake over his left eye.
So maybe under his right eye it says sleep.
I do both things.
Yeah.
I'm a guy who can do both.
It's like the love-hate thing on the knuckles.
Yeah,
Awake,
exactly.
sleep.
That's much more for me. I like that.
Awake.
So anyway, this piece of trash is going away for life, and I have a feeling he's not going to be such a great rapper in prison once he realizes how serious those people can be.
Yep.
Anything with 47?
They're saying most likely AK-47.
AK.
Oh, so lame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought this dude was like 38. That's a hard 18 right there.
Well, he's 24 in that picture, I
Oh,
believe.
gotcha.
So he has aged in prison. He is see-through white. He's standing next to a white wall, and it is almost like
It's like one shade off.
It really is. He is making me feel like a person of color, which is saying a lot. Saying a lot. So anyway, to the victims of that heinous attack on one of our favorite holidays, or one of my favorite holidays, July 4th, he has been sentenced and will never get out of prison. And hopefully, I don't wish injury upon anyone, but his prison life, I really hope is fucking miserable. 'Cause what a piece of trash. Mm-hmm. And I can't wait for him to rap battle somebody. Oh, God. Nothing sadder than that. All right. Well, let's move on. Speaking of sad killers and justice, monster death. This fella, they call him the Babe Station Killer.
What?
He's-
The Babe Station Killer?
The Babe Station Killer. They say he's a low-life junkie. And he killed a mom of 9. And then after he killed her, do you know what he did? He called a sex line.
What's up with these people?
I don't fucking know. So his name is Gareth Dack.
What?
He used a ligature to kill Norma Bell, and then at some point he set her house on fire. This was in
Oh my
2000.
God.
Yes, this was in 2016. He was 41 years old. He was jailed for a minimum of 33 years. He was found dead on this past Monday. So Gareth is finally fucking dead.
Wait, was he wasn't in prison?
He was in
He was
prison.
in prison.
Yes, he was sentenced and then he was found dead in prison. A prison spokesperson said Gareth Dack died on April 21st, 2025. As with all deaths in custody, the prison and probation ombudsman, they will investigate. So Dack used...
Wow.
Yes, he used a telephone wire to strangle her, which is one benefit of the cell phone.
No more wires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She should have gotten one of those untangle wires. Remember those infomercials growing up where everyone was like caught in a spider web that was their phone?
Yeah.
And they're like, what do I do? And they're like, use this stupid fucking thing, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he strangled her with a wire, and then he broke her ribs and he choked her. She was only 5 feet tall.
Good God.
And then he cut up her clothing, and then he called sex chat lines.
What the
And where was the sex chat line? What was it called? It was called Babe Station.
Oh, that sucks because now that sex line is totally attached to him.
Yeah. And it's not good.
Yeah.
You're breathing so heavy. You're getting close. No, I just killed this woman.
I'm inhaling smoke.
Right.
Are we doing
inhaling
role?
smoke.
Is this role play or should I call 911?
Yes.
Exactly.
So he is such a douchebag. Dack then stole, so he calls the sex line, jerks off. Then he stole a boxed 49-inch television. And then he lit the house on fire in a bid to destroy evidence. He was sentenced to life in prison, and indeed, the life sentence is officially done. A sentencing trial, the judge said, "You killed Norma Bell in cold blood in her own home when she was defenseless. She had nothing to deserve your violence. Then you set fire to her home in a failed attempt to cover your tracks. She had 9 children, 6 of whom were adopted."
Aw, damn. I was going to say she damn. She was a working mom and only 5 feet tall.
Yep.
All these kids were just like flinging all over her.
Well, those are, you mess with a 5 foot tall woman, they'll kill you.
Yeah.
I'm like you ever see elephants around a mouse?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, ah!
You're like,
They're all down there yelling at you.
yeah.
Especially the old Italian gals in Brooklyn. They
Slapping the knees.
Oh, I used to help this one Italian gal all the time with whatever she asked because it was just scary. Can you get that out of a tree for me? Yes, no problem. I'll do whatever you want.
You listen right here, you fucking chooch. You're gonna fucking buy me those cigarettes.
Looks like a fucking Spawn villain. I will buy you a cigarette. Yeah, my family said I can't gamble anymore, but they never said I can't give you $5 to buy me one.
Yeah.
Just make sure you give it to me.
Bring back one of those cards.
I know, they're so cute. So apparently he was in debt and had pressured Norma to lend him $10 the week before.
That got him out of debt?
Yeah, I guess he was in debt $10.
Wow.
This guy's a real fucking piece of work. And then she said no.
What?
And then he attacked her because she was like, no. So anyway, there you go. Dak left the house twice to sell the telly. That's what they call it. They call the telly. This is European.
Oh.
The telly to a pal and then take drugs with a friend. Both times
What's the difference between a pal and a friend?
I don't know.
A friend is like a friend. A pal's just like, it's my pal.
Well,
No, I would disagree. A
pal's an acquaintance.
Oh, what's up, friend? No, hey, pal. Man, this guy, he's being a real pal. Okay, yeah, I buy it.
yeah, I guess so. Like, this is my friend. This is my pal. A pal is someone that you have to like sort of whisper to your friend, be like, he's a little fucking nuts. We just gotta hang out with him. He started coming to this bar too. I don't know,
Hey,
but he's
pal.
funny. Just like distance.
Yeah.
Right.
We have a lot of pals in our lives.
Old buddies, old pals.
What's up, pal?
What's up, pal? So he sold the television, then he went to take drugs with a friend, and then he came back, and that's when he lit the house ablaze. So he's dead.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
probably
God.
for the best. Yep.
It's for the best.
He probably thought what the most expensive thing to do would be after he killed her to like be like, fuck you, you don't want to give me money, now I'm going to rack up this tab. And it's a sex line.
That's so stupid.
It's like $5.99 a minute.
What a fucking immature loser.
You could have given me $10, but now you're dead, and I'm racking up your phone bill.
Yeah.
Right. You just got to jerk off real quick. But the thing with those sex lines, much like a psychic line, they edge you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
So like a psychic line will be like just $3 more, and I think we're going to tell you what's going to happen next week. Just $3 more bucks. And then the sex line is like, just stroke it, stop touching it, stop touching it, just stay hard for me. Just wait, I'm not ready yet. And then all of a sudden you pay $150 to nut on your stomach.
Yeah.
Interesting. It is
things-
not. But I will say the name Babe Station, pretty catchy.
It
I really
is.
hope they can move away from the serial killer and just go back to being like, hey, welcome to the station full of babes.
Exactly.
Your Babe Station.
It's Babe Station.
Yeah.
Babe Station.
Been there before. Well, speaking of semen, we have discussed maybe briefly the sperm race that's going to happen.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
So there's going to be a sperm race. This is all going to happen under a microscope. Literally, guys are going to be jerking off, and then they're going to watch their sperm race. This is the future.
Holy shit.
Universal health care? No.
This is what adult guys do, but they learned it from college when they were standing in a circle and then trying to put like syrup
Salty
on pancakes. Oh, whatever. You guys all have a name for it.
What was it called? Syrupy pancake?
Syrup and pancakes.
Syrup and pancakes.
This is happening today.
Oh, horrifying.
The sperm race is happening. It's USC versus UCLA.
What the fuck is going on?
We'll cover it on Monday. We'll do a full recap.
But why are they the cutest little twinks I've ever seen in my life?
Because their spunk is strong and young. Look at him. My semen is literally smoking a cigar trying to investigate a crime. Their semen is still like, whoa, I love eggs. And mine is just like, I think I'm trying to be a vegan.
Okay.
So the world's first ever sperm race is on deck. It's happening today.
Tristan versus Asher.
Yes, two young sperm donors, both probably gay for pay, but most likely straight on the weekend.
Yeah.
Tristan from USC and Asher from UCLA. They are preparing to do battle.
Why is Tristan doing the shush thing against his lips?
It's kind of like a Rizzler type thing, I think. He's
like, shh, don't tell anyone I'm about to jerk off.
Don't tell my parents I'm doing this.
please. I mean, honestly, if my kid did this,
And
I would be front row.
He's holding up his nose too.
Yeah, he is kind of holding up his nose.
Go get him, son.
I'd be like, that spunk that he made is my spunk
That's
too.
my boys.
So
It's my boy.
they are going to do a full-blown sperm athletic competition.
You can't call it athletic.
It's
It's
okay.
not athletic. It's not athletic.
Okay, live sperm racing is not athletic?
No.
So you're saying NASCAR is also not a sport?
Oh, so you're saying that the little sperms are like in there, like just kind of stretching and warming up. They have a little coach in there. There's like, we've got a big day coming up, and we're not going to lose this time.
Yeah, just one sperm who's like older than the rest because he didn't get shot out like a month ago. He's like, I stayed in. I know what the world's like out there. I crawled back in.
Hold on for dear life.
Yeah.
So Tristan and Asher, they say their healthy lifestyles and diets are going to make their sperm best swimmers.
Pineapples.
Well, that's for flavor. And they've also said they are abstaining from sex. They've been abstinent.
Ew, it's gonna be so much.
Yeah. It's really gross. So there's a startup. It's a science startup, right? This is again the sperm racing science startup.
Yes.
It's going to be huge.
That's why they're shirtless, for science.
Yes.
Right. That's another thing. They both have like these necklaces. They both have necklaces with crosses on them.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, I think Asher has a cross, and then Tristan just has a T for his name.
Right. No, they're going to get ran through if they come to Hollywood.
Play at the Hollywood Palladium.
Oh wow. Yeah. Some Hollywood producer is just ready to go.
Oh my God, so many of them. What?
So-
Okay, so
This is very serious. So Tristan says his medical report shows that he's got more testosterone than Asher.
Ooh. Asher's a bitch.
So he's predicting his high T will get his sperm across the finish line first.
nice.
Though Asher's not backing down, he has a strong rebuttal. Friday's race is expected to draw 1,000 people, and there will be a synchronized start before Tristan and Asher's sperm race through a track mimicking the female reproductive system.
No, not mimicking the what does that mean? It's
They're getting catfished.
It's going to be like shaped like two ovaries and a cervix. Like, what are we talking here?
If I was this sperm, I'd be like, what the fuck, guys?
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
You think-
It'd be like working really hard and then getting a fake hamburger at the end.
It's like getting set up on a date with a wax museum statue, and being told that it's actually Beyonce.
Yeah, I'll have some fun with that. I got a fucking lighter.
Well, they're hoping.
Soften it up.
Yeah. Sir, can you please? I'm just trying to make her vagina more vagina.
She's wet.
Wow.
Yuck.
And it burns.
It burnt. Should have waited. I'm half wax. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep you updated who wins between these two hunks. Tristan.
Does that mean that when they start doing it, like we're gonna be there, people are watching them, like honk it out, or the games begin as soon as it exits from like out of the body?
They have to have a starting gate. They have to.
But
So
then-
the sperm are all going to start at the same time. It's all under a microscope, obviously.
Right.
So I don't know. Are they going to select a few sperm, or is it going to be the billions of sperm?
Because you also like.
Do they wear numbers? Do they have little sperm jerseys?
They're also not alive for a very long time unless they're shot directly into something. So it's
Yeah.
so it has to be fresh.
Be kind of cute if the sperm stopped for a little Gatorade. Like a marathon.
And there was like little tiny sperms like on sidelines, like
tiny
glasses
cups.
and little
Yeah,
signs.
like marble racing, but with cum. The cum UFC, the cum FC. So I don't know. That's what's happening now.
Stupid.
It's so stupid. It's all so dumb. And
Where are the 1,000 people going to be?
I don't know. Can we bet on this? Can you
Seriously.
Can we bet
Actually,
on
can
sperm
we?
racing? Because if Vegas hasn't picked up on this yet, they are on the fucking.
I'm Tristan all the way.
I'm gonna go. I'll just go Asher, but I kind of like Tristan better because he's a little more saucy.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of character.
He really does.
And he said his spunk is a little bit more high T.
He says, yeah, he's like, I have medical science proven. Look at
Right.
Look at these guys.
that.
They're
Look at
buff.
0% body fat.
Yes, they're both very good-looking young college men. And
They're just standing in front of each other with a microphone, with a microscope in between. Like they're both just like they're gonna be like, and go, and then they both start jerking off like towards the petri dish. Is this how they're gonna do it?
If this was a real competition, you should have them side by side and they're jerking the other one off.
yeah, but then what's the incentive to jerk the
race
guy
isn't
off?
The sperm, yeah. The race is not them jerking off.
Well, if they're weaker, they're going to come first. And I think if you get to the egg first, you lose.
I hate you so much. I don't want this.
I mean, it is.
You came first, you're gay.
No, you're gay, bro.
You're still jerking me off.
You're gay.
You're not done yet.
Hey, buddy, the sperm's supposed to go in the thing, not your mouth.
Sorry, reflex.
Wait, what?
Reflex.
Robert.
I misunderstood.
They didn't call me Marshmallow in high school for nothing. Just cum bubbles all over the place.
Oh, God.
They're actually going to come into the petri dish.
They're going to come into the petri dish, and then their sperm is going to be. I don't know. I mean, it's just.
I can't believe this is happening.
Why didn't this happen during fucking COVID?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
We would have all been watching.
Good God
Make this
Almighty!
a
It was
Netflix live
underground then.
special.
It was happening,
It was underground. It was still pretty taboo back then.
Yeah.
But now it's 2025. Things are changing.
I'm just happy male specimen is getting a little bit of fucking respect around here. Everyone's like, "Oh, the eggs are finite." Yeah, eggs are finite. We must respect the egg, and it's like, no, let's see how this cum can work.
Yep.
Work.
Work.
So anyway, best of luck. We'll keep you updated. When is the race? Is it tonight?
It's tonight.
Tonight.
In fact, we got to go.
We gotta
go.
We should go see it. It's for research.
I got to see what the tickets cost.
It's part of our
Please.
It's part of our high profile journalism.
Yeah, just there with a little notepad. It'll be my Hunter S. Thompson moment.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can take a bunch of mushrooms and acid.
Just being like Edward James Olmos glasses and a bucket hat.
Yeah. What are tickets going for?
Sperm Racing LA Circuit tonight, April 25th, 6 p.m. at the Hollywood Palladium.
Why is it at an arena? I don't.
Oh, it says event canceled.
Event canceled.
After all this,
What?
they're scared.
What the fuck?
No.
I'm so pissed off.
No
my
fucking
God.
way, dude.
One of them got drunk and had a one-night stand last night.
He spunked. Tristan spunked.
Tristan spunked. He couldn't handle the fame.
Oh, it switched venues.
Sticky situation.
Where's it at now?
Let's see. Change of
From
venue.
the Palladium.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's sold out, by the way.
I'm sure it did.
What?
I'm sure it freaking did sell out.
Who bought these tickets?
We are
Well, it's USC versus UCLA, so it's probably a ton of people like rah-rah for their school.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's college. This is college athletics. This is peak college athletics.
Yeah, that's pretty on the nose.
I mean, they start, drafting these kids or scouting these kids in like fourth grade. Now might as well just spunk. Just look at the semen and be like, that's an offensive lineman right there.
I see.
He's going to be great at Purdue.
Okay.
All right. Anything? They're keeping this underground.
Tickets were refunded. LA Center Studios.
It's at a studio.
Okay, so LA Center Studios, yeah, a popular 20-acre campus known for hosting conventions and festivals.
Okay. Well, there you go. Let us know. If you were
my
there, let us
God.
know how it went.
Yeah.
Let me see that photo of them dressed like fucking scientists.
Yep.
But their robes.
Oh, my God. It's so fucking funny.
What the hell?
Good for
oh,
them.
Lord. Okay.
All right. Well, just lastly, we're going to dim the sun.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah, scientists have
can't
received
do
approval
that.
to test whether dimming the light from the sun will combat global warming. Geoengineers at the Advanced Research and Invention Agency, they've been given $66 million to inject aerosol particles into the stratosphere, and it's going to reflect the light from the sun so that it's going to make the Earth less hot. And so we're doing that now.
That's insane.
Yes.
Also, it's really funny that a bunch of scientists were sitting around and then one had like a crazy idea and was like, "Oh, guys, you know what I do when I think the light's too bright? I dim it." And everyone's like, "Oh my God, we should dim the sun."
So isn't that the amazing thing of science? It goes from cum racing all the way to sun dimming.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really doing it up there.
So the conspiracy theorists, probably another W for
Yeah.
them. I think they've been talking about how they're going to fuck with the sun for a long time. And it'll be really exciting. So Mark Symes, he says, the uncomfortable truth is that our current warming trajectory makes a number of such tipping points distinctly possible over the next century. Anyway, what he's just saying is it's fucking really hot and a bunch of shit's going to happen.
Yep.
And then he says, having spoken to hundreds of researchers, we reached the conclusion that a critical missing part of our understanding was real-world physical data. These would show us whether any of these potential approaches would actually work and what their effects would be. So they're working on doing some seeding, and then they're going to dim the sun. And so that'll be super exciting. As you can see here, a plane will fly by. It looks kind of like what they would call a chemtrail, and then that chemtrail will dim the sun.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Wow.
hopefully that's all it does. Because they might come back and be like, hey, we fucked up. The sun's gone.
Yeah, they blew up the sun.
We're about to have an ice
Like,
age.
no, it's fine. We're gonna come up with an LED light system.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. They're trying to make the sun Bluetooth accessible so that they can switch around the colors and the dimming of the sun.
Hey, just hear me out. Can we put a nipple on it? Shut up. Why are you here?
It doesn't even go here.
Some people are calling this, quote, barking mad. They say this is barking mad.
Okay.
Don't do
So
it.
they only asked British people how they felt. I get
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
According to Michael Mann, they say the area geoengineering program is a dangerous distraction from the work that needs to be done to achieve net zero carbon dioxide emissions. So anyway,
yeah.
what a world we live in.
It's insane. The things that they're thinking of coming up with and then actually coming up with.
They're really doing it.
Yeah.
They're really freaking doing it.
This is what they get for letting us grow up.
You know, the world that we are in.
All the idiots you went to school with back then, that's who's happening right now.
I know.
The adults.
I know.
These are adults.
It really is.
Sperm racing.
Sperm racing.
Sun dimming.
Sun dimming. We're in it. I guess I'm happy to be growing up in this timeline.
It's an interesting one, I'll say that.
It's interesting. I mean, back in the day, you're like, oh, we have TV. That's new. Whoa, I can't believe TV was invented.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're racing, coming, dimming the sun.
Right. It's just so much more.
Nice.
And we're just supposed to deal with all this?
The future.
Yeah.
It's so fucking stupid.
I didn't realize it could be so stupid.
It's really, it is a combination of the Flintstones and the Jetsons.
Yeah, well,
Because we're like rock people, but then also like my maid can blow me and clean.
Well, that's a conspiracy theory, is that the Jetsons happened before the Flintstones. They got so advanced, they ended up fucking dimming their sun and then went back to the fucking
How
Stone
the
Age.
hell do you know that?
I'm into weird things.
I see that.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Like rocks.
Kyle and I are going to race our fucking cum.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
I will not be attending that.
All right. Well, any comments from the chat?
Yes, Pano said, ready, set, on your marks, come.
Come! Come! Go! False start. False start.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. Come
They
on.
can't control that they both come at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. What's going to... Why, is God real? Is God real? Why does sperm know how to swim? Why know how to run? What if you just have a sperm that just sits there like a lazy fucking sperm?
Yeah.
And then just starts playing sperm video games? Go, you fuck!
And then three of them on the side are like, we're going to start a podcast and talk about the race coming.
Oh, my
We're
God.
not going to actually do it.
We're going to lose work to sperm and AI? You fucks. Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's just pretty much shitting on that guy with the 47 tattoo. People are saying it might be have to do with like the Hitman from the Hitman game.
Oh,
he was Agent
my
47, which would
God.
be so much worse.
Yeah.
So douchey.
So weak.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for listening to another great week of OK Bud.
been great.
Support the show, patreon.com/diebud.
Please.
And go to okbudpod@gmail.com. Shoot us some emails. And if you can, just rate and review and subscribe.
Yeah.
And just like the show and spread the word. If you like the show, please just tell people it's a fun show and you're not going to hear too much. Everyone's blabbing about bullshit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we blab about fun shit.
Yeah.
Because the whole world is, we got to have a little fun out here.
Yeah.
We have to.
The sun's getting dim. We got to lighten things up.
We have to lighten things up. I mean, we're talking about murder and rape the whole time, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. And come.
And
Yeah.
can't forget to come.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful weekend. Hail yourself. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.